Welcome everyone to the show. My name is Brian Bacchus.
And you are.
Passing it to you.
I'm Jamal Smith. I'm always waiting for the and you're not.
I'm like the Simpsons. We're doing a different intro every time. You see how Tony just slid in? See, it's different every time. It's different every time.
All right, I'm Jamal Smith. Welcome to episode 108. We are joined by our. I got to point in the right direction.
Y'all. Happy Friday. It's Tony.
There you go. Oh, yeah. It's Friday. TGI Friday. TGIF. Well, it's been a very interesting week. We had some great shows this week from Tony Talks. Yesterday was an outstanding show. We got some clarity. We got some confusion. We got a little of everything yesterday. And we were very thankful that the assessor, Jeff Prang, was able to come on, and his colleague or someone within his department, Robert, and I apologize for butchering the name. I won't butcher it, but thank you for coming on yesterday and sharing your information. We definitely need to have you come on again because, it's one of those things. We need to, hold on. Don't forget. Oh, okay, cool. Shoot. You talk now, B. I got to do what you were just telling me to do.
All right, so today, of course, we're going to go over the announcements and talk about what's happening this weekend. But as you all know, this weekend is Father's Day. So happy Father's Day weekend to all the fathers that are out there. And an unofficial Father's Day to all the mothers that's holding it down without the fathers in the house. So I don't discriminate when it comes to somebody taking care of somebody.
Absolutely not.
I grew up with a lot of friends that had single moms. They turned out all right. So it's not a big deal to me.
But we're not fathers. This is Father's Day. Mothers have their day.
I understand that.
I don't go for that. I hate that. And I tell people, don't tell me Happy Father's Day. I'm not a father.
I didn't say Happy Father's Day to the mothers. I did not say that. I said happy day to the. I'm too tired.
Messed you up.
Hey, I feel you, man. Hey, we all do
Father's Day
our
to
part.
all the men that have planted a seed, whether they are there with their children or not. They're still fathers. May not make them a dad, but they are a father. So I wish.
That's not what I was referring to. I mean, some of my friends' fathers died when they were born, so the moms had to hold it down. That's all I was giving credit to. That's it. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, that's why we got Mother's Day.
It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. All those who are stepping in and doing what they can. In particular, right now, we're focusing on Father's Day. So shout out to all those who are stepping in and being that father figure.
Yep, I honor all the dads out there for sure, because y'all hold it down. Y'all do it not just for your own children, but children in the community. So your community fathers, there are uncles and brothers and cousins that hold it down and step up and become a kid's father or group of kids or some teams at the baseball park or the basketball court or whatever. And I appreciate and honor that for sure, because kids need a father or father figure. So it's definitely an honor to say Happy Father's Day to all the men out there that are doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Got to give a shout out to the granddads too, because some of them are the father figures. So yeah, there's everybody in the community stepping up. I feel what you're saying too, B, because to a certain extent, Pop was there, but not in most cases. So it was 90%, 99% moms. So I feel you. But hey, speaking of that, what are you gonna do on Sunday? I'm still trying to figure it out.
Outside? No.
Huh?
Is he gonna play golf outside? Because he said he didn't want to do nothing.
I'm going to Mount Wilson.
Oh yeah. You did mention that.
Are you seriously?
And the thing that's
Yeah,
missing
I
is your
do that
drone.
every year.
Yes.
Oh, okay. You hiking up?
No, I'm driving up there to sit there all day and stare down at Altadena. Well, it used to be beautiful when I used to stare down at it from up there, but I don't know how it's gonna look this time.
It's gonna look crazy. You
I
know
think
that.
it's still gonna be beautiful, and you'll have a lot of reminiscing, and you'll probably cry, right? Because you'll deal with that.
Yeah.
But I think it'll still be just as beautiful. It's just gonna be ashes, but I look at all these ashes as a clean slate and a blank canvas for us to do some amazing things. So I think beauty is what you make of it, right? And not necessarily just this or that. There are still some trees, not all of them. But when we were going up to that thing Wednesday, I left there after the lot party or whatever it was called.
Oh yeah, on Poppy Field.
And I drove, up Marengo to Wapello to go to the lot. And there were 2 coyotes that just ran out, and I literally rolled my window down and I was like, hey, y'all. Because you guys know I talk to animals all the time. I talk to my lizards outside all the time. I talk to nature all the time. But I was like, hey, it's so good to see you. Literally, I wrote it down. One looked back like, what is she saying? But I did because it was what, 5:30, whatever it was. But they're out early, and I just felt for them because they're literally now looking for food and having to scavenge because there's none, right?
Well, ain't no more road runners. They never caught them.
Yeah. Unless there's some rats out or something like that, maybe some squirrels, but they're like hungry and trying to scavenge. And so, but it was good to see them. I was like, literally, I rolled my window down like, hey, y'all, because it was 2 of them. I was like, good to see. One was bigger, one was a little smaller, but I was like, I thought about it. I was like, oh, they're looking for food. Where before they would come and look for food, they might have found a cat, a small dog, some other, a chicken, something. And none of that's there right now.
So I'm curious though, do they ever talk back? Do they ever say, hey, what's up, Tony?
Now my lizards, they don't talk back, but they're a trip because they'll look and they do like this because I got a ton of lizards outside, right? All in the garden and stuff. And I'd be like, and then if I go to water and I didn't see one and they move and I'm like, I'm sorry. I didn't even see you right there. Like, I'm not going to spray you with the water. I mean, we have our conversations because then they'll get on the wall and start their
push-ups.
Yeah, they be pushing up. I'm like, and I tell them, I'm like, I wish I was strong as you to just knock out 20 push-ups, right?
Showing off.
Right.
Because it's hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. Share something that I found today.
Cool.
Give me a second. So as you guys know, I used to have drones, right?
Drones? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So of course I'd be bored sitting in the backyard. So I said, just fly around the neighborhood. So I wanted to show you like a 2-minute clip of just that. A hot second to get this right. There's no sound, so you won't hear anything.
It's on, like I can see it on Instagram. I see the pool. Oh, there it is. It's just delayed.
What just happened?
It's up there.
Oh, yeah. You know why? Because I was on another screen. Sorry.
Was that your backyard?
Yep.
That's that. Y'all had a jungle. That vegetation should have been cut and kept in.
No, that's to block the neighbors from seeing in our yard. That's what it was.
Ew, that's wild.
No, the gardeners come and cut the wall. That's just right between. That thing grows like a vine or whatever.
I know.
I'm
That's crazy stuff.
You gonna play it?
Yeah, but I was on the wrong screen. So I'm a little lost today.
B's a little tired today.
Yeah.
A lot.
So that's looking north, of course. There's the mountains. And it's not that long. It's like 2 minutes. But I used to want to know what my neighborhood looked like because I never could get to see all these houses at once. So I wanted to capture the mountains or what they used to look like. They'll be back. I'm not worried. Mother Nature seems to always have a way of bringing it back.
Shoot, they got a lot of green on them right now.
I was going to say the mountains already got green on them, which is great.
That's what I said. Mother Nature has a way of bringing it back.
Yeah.
So I tried to pan around slow so I could kind of give people like, that's my house over there. Like there's that big house at the top of a hill. Always over right in the mountains. I don't know. Did that one make it? I haven't been over there to check. Yeah, it was fun playing around with these drones and actually making money with them, doing business, doing videos for people and capturing weddings and all kinds of stuff. But I think that's Fair Oaks. Well, I'm going too fast. This is the beginning stages of when I first got them, so I was just playing around with them, getting to know how they feel and stuff like that.
I miss those things, man.
Remember when I first got it and we were by PHS and we were, the kids were like, "Oh my God, that's so awesome!" Because some kids were riding by. Oh man, just to see kids excited about something, that always makes my day.
Yeah, that's always fun.
I think that was it.
Oh yeah, that was quick.
Yeah, it was.
You got no more?
I got a few more, but I don't want to show them right now because they gave me a headache. This is when I was learning how to spin it around and all that.
Oh.
I got some other ones, but I mean they're on Instagram, so you can always.
I was gonna say, where's the one on my backyard?
Oh.
I mean, that one's only like 10 seconds long, but that was actually dope because then it goes into the world. And
you're talking about that one. No, I don't have that one on here. What I do have is when we were all in your backyard doing something. The Husband Podge was there. And he was like, "Oh man, yeah, that's cool." Yeah.
Well, I'll go ahead and hop. You want me to hop on, do the announcements real quick, and then you can, while you find it.
Oh yeah, because this one is just showing nothing but my feet. I never took off. I was filming, but didn't take off. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, I'll go ahead and do that. All right, everybody. Welcome to this Friday's edition of the announcements. So we have the Altadena Community Center, which took the place of the Disaster Recovery Centers. This is located at 730 East Altadena Drive. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and are definitely closed weekends. Some of the departments that are there are FEMA, SBA, and LA County Mental Health, I believe, is there as well as numerous others. So definitely check them out and get all your questions answered. Now, if you're ready for the next step, and we have the LA County One-Stop Permit Center, where this is located at 464 West Woodbury Road, Suite 210 in Altadena. For walk-in hours, they're available Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30. And if you'd like to schedule an actual appointment, you can do so as an individual, or you could do it as a group with the general consultation. And they're available Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 8:30 to 12:30 p.m. and Saturdays 8 a.m. to noon. If you want to schedule an appointment with the Southern California Edison, you can do so. They're available only Mondays and Wednesdays from 8 a.m. to noon. And you would go to recovery.lacounty.gov/rebuilding/1-stop-permit-centers to schedule your appointment. Then we have this last deadline of June 30th for those property owners who opted out of having the Army Corps of Engineers remove their debris, or for those who just did nothing at all, didn't choose one way or the other, you have until the 30th of June to completely remove your debris. And if the debris is not cleaned up by this date, the property may be declared a public nuisance. And if so, the county may take it upon themselves to go ahead and clean it up for you and pass the bill on to you as the property owner. And if you don't pay that over some time, they may actually put a lien on your property to recover those funds. So, again, take heed of these dates and take care of your business. So we have Cal. Hold on a second. Let me remove this real quick. There we go. So I can see it all. So we have the Cal Assist Mortgage Fund, which is a state program providing much needed relief for mortgage payments for displaced families whose homes were destroyed or left uninhabitable by California disasters. So this basically is letting you know that if you're eligible, if your primary residence was destroyed or is uninhabitable due to a qualified disaster from the 1st of January in 2023 to the 8th of January in 2025. You also have to meet program income limits. You have must have a mortgage or a reverse mortgage, and it must be that you own a single family home, a condo, or a permanently affixed manufactured home. And this could actually include up to 4 units. If you do qualify and are selected, the funds will pay 3 months of mortgage payments up to a maximum of $20,000. And the funds never have to be repaid, and it's free to apply. And the grants will be paid directly to your mortgage servicer. The applications began yesterday, the 12th of June, and you can actually go to calassismortgagefund.org and hit apply to go ahead and start that application process. Now, to assist you, there's a couple different locations and events that are actually helping people with filling out these forms. The first of which is one was yesterday and one is today, the 13th of June, at the Altadena Public Library. It's put on by Fire Recovery Support with Neighborhood Housing Service. This is at 600 East Mariposa Street, Altadena. And again, they don't specifically have hours, but I would venture to say that it would be the normal library hours. But this is today. They had one yesterday. But then also, there will be one tomorrow, which is going to be from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. This is provided by Supervisor Catherine Barger. And this will be at Loma Alta Park, located at 3330 North Lincoln Avenue. And you'll be able to get assistance in filling this out as well. Now, for this event, it is free, but you do have to register so they can, kind of take account and be aware of how many people participate. And you would go to Mortgage Relief 0614.eventbrite.com, and that's where you would actually fill out the information to get your free ticket and register. I'm leaving this here because folks may want to set up something for Monday. So this is the free medical and mental health clinic. It's open every Monday and Wednesday from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. And this is located at Eaton Heath Village. Eaton Health Village at Pasadena Seventh-day Adventist Church at 1280 East Washington Boulevard in Pasadena. If you want to set up an appointment, you can contact 951-595-7032. They do accept walk-ins, or again, you can contact them to schedule an appointment. And their primary focus is to provide medical consultations, medication refills, and mental health services and case management. And secondarily, on a monthly basis, they have vision and dental assistance. So today, from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., there will be Amplify Juneteenth Community Conversation and Oral History Documentary Screening. This will be at Victory Bible Church, located at 1497 North Hill Avenue in Pasadena. Program includes remarks by Mrs. Tina Williams on faith, resilience, and housing injustice. Amplify screening There'll be a panel discussion with impacted residents and a call to action from Dr. Gilbert Walton from the Center for Restorative Justice. And there will be complimentary food and drinks provided. Also, tomorrow is the last installation of the Loma Alta Park Spring Concert Series. Performing will be the Dwight Carroll Quartet. This will go on from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. It is free admission, so definitely come check that out. And again is located at 3330 North Lincoln Avenue in Altadena. Should you have any questions, you can contact 626 398 5451. Now, KBLA Talk Radio 1580 is actually going to have a conversation live. It'll be Altadena Rising with James Farr. And his featured guest tomorrow is actually going to be Supervisor Catherine Barger. This will be Saturday at 10 a.m. and Sunday at noon. So she'll actually be on there. So definitely check it out. And you would go to www.kbla1580.com in order to check that out. And tomorrow, again, we've mentioned many a times, we're very happy for Fair Oaks Burger. They're having their grand reopening tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. The Parks and Recreation and Juicy Little Finds are bringing games. There'll be a library van from the Altadena Library. Hand and Paw and the Love Animals, in addition to Pasadena Humane Society, are holding adoptions for dogs displaced in the fire. There's going to be free ice cream and sliders provided by Fair Oaks Burger, as well as fresh produce provided by Food and Health. And there will be artwork done by Noah Hayton, and he's a local member of Altadena and Pasadena. So let's definitely celebrate and participate in Fair Oaks Burger's grand reopening. Also, tomorrow's the 5th annual Juneteenth celebration. It's at Metropolitan Baptist Church from 10:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. This is located at 2283 North Fair Oaks Avenue. There will be free giveaways, gifts, and scholarships, such as free Dina Juneteenth t-shirts. There'll be $10,000 in gift cards being given out, in addition to $50,000 MTR academic scholarships provided. So definitely check that out and see who's getting the scholarships and gift cards and scoop up a free t-shirt. There's only 200 that are being given out. And then on Thursday, June 19th, Loma Alta Park is going to be providing the 4th annual Juneteenth celebration from 12 to 1:30 p.m. They're going to actually have Ellen Garrison Clark Scholarship Award ceremony, which provides scholarships awarded to local high school students in the spirit of Ellen Garrison Clark. And also there'll be the Altadena Oral History Project review. It'll be Faces of Resilience told through words and photographs, chronicling the African American cultural legacy before and after the Eaton Canyon fire. Again, if you get the tickets beforehand, they're $30. If you get them at the door, they will be $35. You can scan the QR code to actually get
I'm on the show.
To get the tickets, or you can go to altadenahistoricalsociety.org. And I believe that is the last slide. Yes, it is. So I'm going to return it to the group. Let us be back on here. There we go. Brian's on the phone in the background, so he muted himself.
I muted him.
Oh, cool. So, yeah, we're back. And again, it's Friday. I know it's slow. We don't have that special guest on, but I just definitely want to make a statement here that even when we're having fun, this is still for everybody, right? Because as traumatic an event that we all kind of experience either directly or indirectly, we still need some levity. We need some fun. We need some stuff to kind of take your mind off the real serious matter at hand. So that's why we have some shows which are kind of about nothing, right? And we try to make you laugh and just kind of get out of that zone of seriousness. So we again Appreciate you guys popping on and sharing your time with us. And I just want to make that statement just to clarify why we're not always serious all the time. And I know we've said it before. I just wanted to bring it back up. So for me, I know you guys, we were talking about what Brian's going to do. For me, for Father's Day, my kids and my wife always ask me what I want to do. They kind of get annoyed with me because I always say, nothing, I'm good. Just give me big squeezes. Let me know you love me, and more so that day than you normally do, and I'm good. So I think I'm gonna ask for a cup of coffee in the morning and a little dinner. I ask for a specific meal, and other than that, I'm probably just gonna chill. I might be in the backyard. I might go swing the clubs somewhere. Who knows? But I definitely think there'll be a cigar and some whiskey involved. Maybe some smoked meats. We'll see.
You said maybe some smoked meats.
Yeah, but that's how I like to chill.
That's
My family, they show me love all the time. So this particular day, just chill. That's how I do.
That's me.
Yeah.
I always say, for Mother's Day, like I don't need nothing. I'm happy with just like my family.
Mm-hmm. You know what I
But
really want to do though?
So
the thing that you brought up that you were thinking about going to, that farm, I definitely want to partake in that one these days soon. Not on Father's Day. I hate doing stuff on holidays because it's usually super busy.
Yeah, they have something on Father's Day that I think sold out too. But it's just it's literally you go up to 14 and get off on Santiago Canyon.
What is it called again?
Bloom Ranch.
Bloom Ranch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Gotta definitely check that spot out. Seems
so
really
with all those
nice.
other announcements that you made, all the places, there's like 4, 5, 6 events going on tomorrow.
God dog it, I forgot that one again.
And the No Kings March that is going to be at Colorado and Lake. So if anybody goes out to that, just be mindful, be careful. It is being said that even in LA, just like what happened before, they send people in to throw bricks, to start ruckus and all of that.
Oh, the crisis actors.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And if that happens during the marches, wherever you may go and participate for our democracy, they say everyone's supposed to just sit down. Hold hands, sit down right where you are. Because then those that are standing, that are acting the fools, that are not really part of it, will be the ones that are highlighted and the police could go after them. But the peaceful protesters are going to just sit down. And then what else is there for No King's Day? And just be safe because, ICE is out and about. We saw what happened to our own senator yesterday.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy. I watched that.
Man, it's bananas.
And she tried to act like she didn't know who he was.
Well, she may not have. And I know, Jamal, but she's so stupid. She don't know the Constitution. She knows nothing. These are loyalists to the dotard at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. But, and so she may not have because she's just that stupid, right? If she does, cool. If not, but the fact is, he simply tried to ask a question. And the way they did to him, people, if you don't see what's going on and understand that our democracy, and it bewilders me, folks that are absolutely about this administration, especially people of color, because he has said from day one, back in the day, he's been a racist. He hates women. He hates, African Americans and Latinos. And this, literally, the way they're going after people now from Hispanic communities reminds me of the Civil Rights March in the 60s, where they shot not just the rubber bullets, but they had the dogs going biting people, where they had the fire hoses like that would spray somebody down the street, right? And a lot of Governor Newsom was saying yesterday, I saw a clip, but he was saying that a lot of the National Guard, the California National Guard, because it's under him, not under Trump. He can't just call it up. But not only did they not house them, so they were in rooms sleeping on the floor, no food, no water, no, nothing. But a lot of these people are starting to complain because when they call you up, you come off your job, right? And a lot of them are law enforcement from Southern California and other parts of California. A lot of them are medical professionals and stuff like that, and they're pissed. And it's like, leave. Now, granted, you know, when you're in the military, you're covered under the UCMJ. Yes, you could get court-martialed, all that kind of stuff. But when it comes to following unlawful orders, you do not have to do that. And you can go home and leave. And then you deal with that later, because your real life, your real job is what you're leaving to go and serve.
Mm-hmm.
And he unlawfully called them up. He's unlawfully having them here. And yeah, and then they showed last night that fool, she literally went, there were 10 or so vehicles that swarmed in front of this lady's house. The lady is an American citizen, was born here and all of that, regardless of where her descendants are from. But so that this fool Noam could stand out there for a photo op, that they're raiding this house. Nobody in that house is illegal. Or I'm sorry, no person is illegal, but no one in that house was undocumented. And so for her to go and do a photo op thing and run up with them, and I'm like, they're gonna run on the wrong one that will have no problem being a martyr and will come outside and blast people even if they get blown away.
Well, yeah.
Might have them forward-facing grenades at the door. You kick the door and it's gonna kick back.
Or AK or yes, and be like, yeah, you're not doing this over here, and take out lots of them. And people will do it because they are like, hey, I'm about that life, about protecting my family or whatever. And then I think what's so disheartening as well are when this fool was in office 4 or 5 years ago, he separated families at the border, had these kids in cages, had them sleeping on the floor with those silver, blankets, those Mylar blankets and all that. And then had parents shipped to other states. They were fully separated. These kids then were put into our U.S. foster care system and have been living for a few years in the foster homes, going to school. They're fully enrolled in school and all of that. And they are showing them taking them from the foster parents' homes, like snatching them out of their arms, taking them, going to their schools, taking them. There was just something over here on Pasadena Avenue in Azusa, where they went to this is St. Francis church and school. And on the backside, they had a bunch of them and took 2 elderly husband and wife away. And it's just right. The point is for them, they're an evil administration and trying to be a dictatorial regime. And just like they did with us, with slaves and our ancestors back in the day, they're now choosing the Latinos, right? Or the Hispanics. But the thing about it is, all the rest of y'all who've never wanted to partner with us, who have fought this civil rights fight, the Asians, Armenians, all that, they're coming for all of you. Trust and believe that. It's not going to stop right here. They're going to get enough of so-called them out of here or whatever, and then they're going to go on to the next group because they want this to be a white nation. The people that have come over here from Africa, the Afrikaans, those 49 families that he brought over, some of them had said, yeah, what he said is going on is not. We're not being killed for our land. We're
not. No genocide out there.
Even the Africans came on and disputed that.
Yeah. But, we know there's so much.
If they were being killed, they would have reappropriated their farms. Why hasn't that been done? Because that didn't happen.
No, but he picked 49 families, and that was at the behest of the other idiot, the ketamine king, who's been in the White House and all of that, his buddy, who, look, when they had that big public breakup on social media and stuff last week, week and a half ago, I told people, I said, this is distraction. I said, because in a couple weeks, they're going to be buddies again. He's going to be right back there. And look what's happening this week. The ketamine king is saying, oh, I'm really sorry that I said that stuff about him. No, you spoke the truth in your anger. But
Musk.
Tesla CEO.
I don't follow his habits.
I said a ketamine king because he's always on ketamine. You
Oh, I
know,
didn't know that.
yeah. And so he always loaded and drugged up and stuff. But the fact is, like, those two together, it's not gonna be, oh, we're broken up. It's gonna be, this is a distraction, because guess what? They're having major challenges getting this big stupid bill passed. And even some of the House that just signed it, the dumber than dumb blonde
Didn't
from
read it.
Georgia, and others have said, I didn't even read it,
Yeah, most
but
of
I
the
wouldn't have
time
voted.
that's
They
what they did
don't
with
read
the
it.
Patriot Act. They didn't read it.
Exactly.
They just signed it.
No, but the thing is, what they do is have their interns read it, and most of them don't read it either, and highlight
Right.
and
They
say, you need
skim.
to know this
Right.
and this and this.
But I mean, we can't have our country run like that. We need folks to really take
They're idiots, right?
account and they need to take responsibility and read the stuff and really believe. I mean, take heed to whether it's beneficial to the people they represent. I think they lose fact or lose the focus that they're supposed to represent people from their district or wherever they're from their
They have no
state.
intention of representing the people.
I know they don't, but that's what they're supposed to do. And that's the
Exactly.
sad part.
Yeah. Where you know, these other folks across the aisle, the majority of them are really trying to listen to their people and represent them. Not that all independents or Democrats are flawless, right? And not all Republicans are horrible people either. Because now in the Senate, there's a little gang of them that are like, no, we're not passing this crap. And they're bringing up, we can't cut Medicaid. We need to expand it so more people have it. And so most likely, this is not going to pass in the Senate for him to put it into law. And they've already demanded 10 different things that have to be changed and cut out in order for them to even consider taking it to a vote. But Johnson, Speaker of the House, and them don't want it to go back down to the House to be voted on, because, and y'all could tell I love politics, right?
Yeah.
But if it goes back to the House, it won't pass, because you already got more than the 4 Republicans that said they would not vote for it if they had to vote on it again, right? So they're trying to finagle and have all these backdoor meetings and say, oh, well, can we cut this but not this, and can we, what will make you happy, and you know, all that bull crap.
They're doing what politicians do.
And two of the big things are that the Republicans in the Senate are like, nah, if we don't change this with Medicaid and, you know, all this stuff. And then the other one is the provision about the judges. They try to sneak that in there, saying federal judges will no longer have the authority to say this is not legal, or we're gonna when somebody sues, they don't want all these different federal judges to have the authority to go against it. He literally is trying to line it up that the courts mean nothing, the judges mean nothing, they have no authority. Where now a federal judge can come in and say, this is illegal, right? What he did was unconstitutional. That's a provision in this bill that they quickly skirted through the House, but the Senate is reading it line by line item and saying, nope, nope, nope. And so I'm thankful for the senators, whether they're Republican or Democrat, and especially those Republicans, the 6 or 8, that are like, no, we're not signing, we're not going for this. If this doesn't change, because this will devastate our communities. This will damage our country. This will mess up our constituents who put us in. So the other ones that have no spine and only want to bow to him as what he thinks he is, they got to go. And a lot of them know they're getting ready to get voted out anyway come midterms. So
if the people are unhappy, they got to use their power of the vote in the small elections. That's the only way it's going to really affect the big picture. So
yeah, we got to get back to
people are paying attention.
Yeah,
you know, it's a beautiful thing.
Got to get back to we the people, because if we don't, we're screwed.
Yeah.
I think a lot of this administration needs to go back and watch Schoolhouse Rock. That's how we.
You're in the fishbowl.
You should be cool now. Go ahead. Okay. I fixed it. B, go ahead and talk. Now we can't hear you at all.
Now we can't hear you. We saw your lips move.
You're good now.
You're good now.
You said they need to watch Schoolhouse Rock.
Said the thing about
yeah, because I mean that's what taught you civics. You know, what I didn't know about politics, I learned from there when I was little. So,
Exactly.
and then
And
take
when
it
we
back
talked
to the
about
basics.
when we talked about it yesterday, it's like you were taught stuff before you even knew you were taught it because of the songs and the graphics, and if they were cartoon like. So then when you actually got to school, you're like, oh, I already know this because I got the song in the back of my head. I remember the characters and what have you. That was cool, but they definitely don't have that now. And
Well,
to your
no,
point,
they
Marcus,
do.
yeah,
They do, but the difference is it's a lot of propaganda. And so many of these people that keep Fox News on 24 hours in their homes, their little kids are growing up hearing this, right? And they always twist it. So it might not be in the same form as Schoolhouse Rock or something like that, which I know is what you're saying. But we've got the internet, we've got TikTok, IG, all this stuff. And even with that, they want to ban, if kids are under, I think 13 or at the age of 13, they can't have a TikTok until then, or they can't have devices.
Yeah, I saw that the other day.
They want to control every aspect of human life. And
Right.
that's not for the government to control. That's for a parent to control.
True
And
that.
say, I'm going to give you a cell phone or not, or I'm going to allow you to have access to this or that. That's what an authoritative or a dictatorial country is like. If we have a dictator, they get to tell us everything. They're going to tell us how much we could breathe if they could, right? And so even though that's not up to them. And so, yeah, it is sickening, Marcus, where they're going in, kidnapping, literally, folks. But the beauty of it, and before you came on, Brian, Jamal and I were talking about this last night, the fool tweets that he's reconsidering changing the ICE raids to not bother hotel workers and farm workers. That's because so many of the business people are losing major money who own hotels and who own farms.
No, that's him. He's gonna suffer because he owns hotels and
him
stuff.
And his homies. Exactly.
Right.
Come on, you guys didn't see this down the road.
I saw it immediately as soon as you started doing that. I said, he's going to get rid of all those undocumented workers that pick the fruit, that do all this menial stuff that we don't do.
Yep.
And you're going to get rid of them. Please go right ahead, do it, and the economy will drop, and then you'll look dumb. And when you'll invite everyone, like back in the days of when we invited people over to see the Statue of Liberty and say, "This is your freedom." And it's going to start back over again.
Well, and think about it. What does the 13th say about people being incarcerated or whatever without the exception of slave labor, right? You look at these prisons and who the bulk of people, because of the way sentencing is, who gets sent to prison? Brown and black folks.
Brown and black.
And so if we don't have enough people to do the day labor, then guess what? We take them right back to chain gangs and take them to do the field work.
Get the work done.
Exactly. Because although I'm going to tell you, these brothers and sisters or whoever that are in prison now, I don't know that they're going for it. And I don't know if they're going to be like, nah, chain gang, that's what I'm not doing because we are not our ancestors. But the fact is, that's where the mentality is. And that's what they would like to take us back to. Right. And so the amendments there is in the Constitution. They could use that exception except for slave labor, which is now the prison labor. And that's what the whole industrial prison system is about. Whether they're making license plates or whatever else, that's how they would utilize it. But I don't know that they're going to let them be in hotels, right? As housekeepers and all that, because you can't have somebody in a chain gang doing cleaning stuff and being around people like that if they're violent.
No, their whole goal is to escape anyway.
Hello, exactly. Yeah, so it's just so the shenanigans are just it's just crazy. I mean, what do you do? What do you say? And how do you? I think just try to be there for your neighbors or friends or in the community. I know I was in Home Depot last week and I saw a Latino family, 2 little girls and a mom and a dad. They were talking Spanish and they gave me a card. And the wife was like, we paint, in a thick accent. We do handyman, we do it. And I said, okay, thank you. And I took the card and I looked at the whole family. I said, are you all documented? I said, because you're at Home
Hello?
Depot, you
Yeah,
got to
they
be
gonna come
really,
Yeah,
through.
you're
really
standing
careful.
out.
Right. I said, please be careful, because they were there with their 2 little girls. And if ICE is outside and scoops mama and daddy up, then what with the kids? Because the thing that happened this morning in Azusa, because it's all on my, ring and all this stuff, they left the kids there, but they took the parents. And so you have no provisions. You're not even coming with social services, and you just abandon and leave kids that you just done took their parents away. Like, what are they supposed to do? And
Right.
so I literally told her, I said, this was Sunday. I said, please be careful. You're out and about. And I said, are you here? You're documented or whatever. She, oh, wait, something. She couldn't hardly get the sentence out. And I just looked at her and I said, please be careful. I said, God bless y'all, because I would hate to walk outside to my car. They have already walked
here,
out. Their
and
kids are
then
screaming.
right.
Go ahead, B.
No, I'm just ad-libbing. Like, yep, right.
Yeah. And the kids are out there hollering and screaming, and they're being hauled away. And if you don't think that that's cruel, if you're a friend of mine on any social media, please unfriend me. Because if your heart is not for humanity, yes, our immigration system is broken. Yes, we need to change some things. But Melania came over here on a visa and lied and wound up being with this man. And then her parents, during his first administration, at the end, they gave him chain citizenship. Biden should have revoked it, although her mama died a year or two ago, but should have revoked that stuff. So it's okay for people of certain, look a certain way, their skin tone is a certain way, but others are demonized instead of looking at the humanity. And anytime you are separating families like that, kidnapping, taking people that are not criminals, but they are hardworking people, and they pay taxes into our economy just like we do.
Yep.
And yes, they may send money back to wherever they're from, but it's just so not cool. And I know there was that temporary stay on the ruling to give our governor, control over the guard again.
That's just till Tuesday.
Yeah,
Well, they're going to
appeal.
review arguments on Tuesday.
Exactly. But it'll happen. It'll fully happen. And I'm just like, these are the most shady people on the planet. And we got to do something different. That's for sure.
No
so
doubt.
Anywho, that's enough about politics for the day. Because you guys, I could go on and on and on and on because I love politics. But I don't want it to be a downer for anybody. It's not. I just hope that people choose to be aware. That's the best
No, that's definitely true.
Yeah.
We should be aware. How deep you want to get into it is completely up to you. We know this isn't necessarily a political platform, but hey, it's a discussion that affects us all. Whether, again, it's directly or indirectly, because we know plenty of folks that could potentially be affected living in Southern California. We got a diverse group of friends and family members, to be completely honest.
And neighbors, all of that.
Community members and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, the conversation needs to be had. We don't, again, whatever side of the fence you're on that side. But, let's have the conversation. Let's just talk about it and be aware. We can't be ignorant walking around, with this stuff going on. So, I mean, that's my take on it. Tony and I, we were talking about this earlier, and I definitely, I don't like it as much as she does in terms of politics, because I just find it to be all corrupt. I mean, all corrupt, no matter what side of the fence you're on. If you dig deep enough, there's some corruption. And but at the same time, I can't just throw away the processes that are there, the systems that are there. I got to utilize them to the best of my ability to affect things the best way that I can. But again, I'm not blind to the fact that things are broken, as Tony had mentioned before. So we just periodically, I guess, we'll have these conversations, because it's it's true news. So
I hope to see some folks out there at the protest tomorrow, because I'm going.
Okay. So we got the protests, we got the reopenings of Fair Oaks Burgers and several other events and some Father's Day things.
I know you're going to that, huh?
I'm going to Fair Oaks Burger first, then Metropolitan Church, then the Loma Alta, because they all have staggered start times.
Yeah, they do.
Start times.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to probably hit Loma Alta. I know I'm going to go to, I don't know if I'll hit Loma Alta, because the protest, I think, starts at noon or something. I don't remember. And then there's there's Brooks Burgers, because remember, Ian and them want to film us a little bit tomorrow, want to shadow us again.
Well, what time? Well, we'll coordinate that.
It's from 9 to 12.
It's from 9 to 12.
I'm talking about him being there and us coordinating that time.
Well, I figure in order for us to get there to get any kind of a decent standing area, whatever, I'll probably try to be there around 8:30. I'll probably leave my house at 8ish. So whatever time, it'll probably take me 20 minutes. But yeah, I don't know.
I had a question for you, Tony. Can you tell us a little bit more about the event at your church tonight, the Amplify Juneteenth?
I don't know. I'm gonna find out when I get there later.
Oh, okay.
I literally know exactly what you all know. I didn't even see that announced on Sunday, but let me look at my BBC announcements, because we get our emails, and I did get one, I think yesterday, regarding BBC Pasadena. Hold on. Regarding Father's Day, we're having a special whatever acknowledgement or something during the service on Sunday. But yeah, there's nothing. Oh, well, I'll look at the June is here, because they send us stuff. I have the one from last week about wearing white because we celebrated our bishop's 70th birthday and Pentecost Sunday. But for June, yeah, no. And so all I know is what you all know.
Okay.
But people can easily go to vbcpasadena.org, and that's our website, and look under events, which I'm gonna do right now. Events. Hang Time Summer, Men of Valor tomorrow, Sophisticated Lady, June 20th. I don't even see it on there.
No worries.
So
I figured you had the pulse on what was going on. I didn't know if there was any additional info you could provide, but hopefully folks attend that, because it sounds pretty interesting.
So let me tell you, I have to meet with Cal OES today and FEMA about the long-term recovery group stuff and like next steps, because I've taken the workshops and all that, but for Victory and all the stuff that they're doing. And so I told them, okay, yeah, I'll meet you at the church at like 2:00. I had called our executive pastor, Angel, a couple days ago, left her a message, haven't heard from her. And so I called yesterday like, hey, I just want to make sure I could use either a little space in Henry Hall or the conference room or whatever. And somebody was like, oh, well, there's NAACP's having a meeting tomorrow and somebody else. And then I know this thing at 6. So I'm going to show up and I'm going to meet the people. And we might sit in my car and talk. It's going to only be 5 of us. And I have to take my laptop because Jen is up in Sacramento from Cal OES. And so I may have to use my Wi-Fi in my car and stream her or whatever. Or we might be in a parking lot or a little something. I'll find a space. But I just told them, yeah, I'd meet them there. So I will probably know more this afternoon. But I plan on staying out there long enough to go to it. Because if I'm not mistaken, Jamal, it says it's an oral history, right? And I know who Dr. Gilbert Walton is. He was my primary care for many years until he retired a few years back. So it'll be nice to see him. Yeah. But I believe he's speaking. Can you put that one flyer up, like on the side of the 3 of us? Yeah, I would love to see it. But I literally have no idea. I happened to hear it the first time here. And I was like, oh, cool. But is that it? Amplify?
Yep.
Yeah. Community conversation and oral history documentary. Sorry, I said that so wrong. Documentary screening.
Apparently, Amplify is the name of it.
My brain stopped and I started reading it. Documentary screening. Yeah, 6 to 8 tonight. Remarks. Lord, where are my glasses? Because this don't make no sense how I'm reading this thing. Remarks by Mrs. Tina Williams on faith, resilience, and housing and justice. I don't know who that is. Amplify screening. What is Amplify? I don't know.
Amplify, I believe, is the
Amplify
movie.
Juneteenth. Okay.
Yeah.
Panel discussion with impacted residents.
And then the call to action from Dr. Gilbert Walton.
Dr. Gilbert Walton, the Center Restored. Yeah, that used to be my doctor. Primary care. He's the business. I was so mad at him. I think he retired like 5-6 years ago. And I was like, Dr. Walton, what am I going to do now? And he was like, find somebody else. I was like, you ain't right. But
he sound like a response you would say to him.
Right.
Exactly. And that's why we got along so good. Plus, he was a Navy doctor for many, many years. And he was so incredibly thorough. and I love Dr. Walton. And so when he retired, so it's gonna be good to see him tonight. I'm gonna be like, hey, but Center for Restorative Justice, Come From My Food and Drink. So yeah, I don't know who any of these people are. Labor Consulting. I know Brandon, NAACP, branch and Victory. So no, take me out. I mean, put me.
No, I just we're in there. I just was making it bigger. I was just trying a different view.
Yeah, so I don't know anything about it. It was not usually things that are happening during the week. If they have it all set, they'll put it up in the announcements on Sundays. But I don't recall seeing this on Sunday. So
no worries.
We'll all figure out or see what it is tonight, I guess, whoever shows up.
Excellent.
So yeah, I plan on going to that.
Excellent. Well, I know we have a few people who are on. Did we have anybody you want to shout out from Instagram or what have you?
You have the control.
Oh, I have the control. That's right. Today it is I. My bad. So here we go. We'll get all the folks.
I've been kicking back over here. This has been lovely.
Because you're tired today, bro. You need to rest.
I actually shared it to 15 groups, though. So I did
nice.
My little job. Yep.
Oh, give me.
Hey.
I know, right?
So you can
put
see
the audience to sleep.
You can see who's joined, B.
Okay. So we got Genesis Builders, LA. We got a builder in the house. Watch out. And of course, my homeboy, Brandon. That's all I'm saying, Brandon.
Original underground.
He's our tech guy when we need an extra hand at events. Even though the last time he had an issue with his daughter.
Yeah, hopefully she's okay.
Yeah, so that's she's fine now. Stogie's in joined, and then we got Red Cup 1972. And of course, Mrs. Jackie Bailey is in the house. And Altadena Rising, thank you for joining us. We did shout out your event this weekend coming up, and glad you could be a participant. Really appreciate you. Yeah, we're all in this together.
We utilize a lot of stuff that you guys got going on too. We share your events and different goings on. So we appreciate you and what you do.
Well, we've been dubbed the voice of Altadena strictly because we're always talking about Altadena and been on here doing it for about a good 108 episodes now.
108.
So as your unofficial voice of Altadena, please reach out to us with your events, with your, we're not going to announce the backyard boogies. We're not going to do that. Right? Unless it's a sanctioned backyard boogie.
That's what we should have one, an Altadena backyard boogie. Official.
At the park though.
Right.
You're not coming to my backyard. Oh yeah, you can. But there's nothing there. So that's all I got.
Yeah, I think we're good. We are good. Yeah. So with that, I'd like to say y'all have a fantabulous weekend. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers. To all your fathers out there. Big shout out.
Big shout out. Happy fathers, brothers who step up as fathers, uncles, grandpas, all y'all for real. Happy Father's Day. You are appreciated. We couldn't do it without you. Because I can make a baby, but I can't do it on my own. So all of those that have the title father, whether you're an active dad or not, happy Father's Day. And if you're not, I hope that some things change in you so that you become an active dad in people's lives because the children need you, whether they're infants, toddlers, elementary, junior high, high school, college, or adults. Hope you have a good Father's Day.
And in the famous words of, hold on, let me put this up here real quick. Thank you, Shawnee. Happy Father's Day to you and me, B. From Shawnee.
Thank you so much.
Sure. Those are some awesome fathers.
Thank you. So in Marcus's famous words, one love. And I do have Robert Nesta Marley on my shirt in that feeling, in that vibe. But y'all have a great weekend. We're gonna shut her down right at an hour. Peace out, y'all.
Toodles.